everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. I missed you guys a lot. It's been 3 or 4 days, so let's jump into it. I got lunch today, so I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, there you go. A delicious Wawa sub. It is a chicken cheesesteak with some random veggies in it, so I'm excited to tear it up. I'm on a lunch break, so why not? And I will have to be very careful because I don't usually eat in my bedroom. This is only for the videos, so I gotta make sure not to make a mess. Do you guys have Wawa where you're at? I know I've mentioned it in a previous video, but Wawa is like my favorite thing in the world. And I discovered recently that apparently Wawa started as a sandwich place and then became a gas station later. I thought that was kind of interesting because their food is good, How often would you go to a gas station and say, oh, let me go get a sandwich, Usually it's like the pre-made ones in the plastic, but these, they actually make fresh. They have like a grill there and they do their thing, so it's pretty good. Sorry if that was loud. I gotta remember to mute the microphone, but I moved everything out of the shot, and then last second I put those headphones there. So, of course they're in the shot. I've had a few requests for some non-speaking videos. I don't know. I did one, and then I got some comments of like, no, we like the talking. So, but I want everyone to be happy to the best of my ability. So for this one, we're just gonna do light talking. You've probably noticed by now that when I'm eating like actual food, versus like candy or something, usually means that I'm hungry. Candy I can eat if I'm not even, just candy or chips or whatever. Just, I can eat 1,000 even if I'm not hungry, but, it's currently 2 o'clock, and I hadn't eaten lunch yet. It's been a busy day, so. I asked the cook at Wawa. He was a nice guy. I asked him, I'm like, what's your best sandwich? And he said his preference was Italian, like an Italian sub for cold and a Philly cheesesteak for hot. So I was on they have like the iPad where you can order the food, which is nice, it's convenient. So I was like, okay, cool, Philly cheesesteak sounds good. Let me get that. So I'm in the hot sub section on the iPad, and I see a chicken cheesesteak. I don't see a Philly cheesesteak. And guys, I had to triple check because I felt like an idiot. I was like, come on, man. I'm a young guy. I should be able to figure this out. But after a while, I'm like, dude, I cannot find this sandwich. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, where's the Philly cheesesteak? And then he asks one of the ladies to help me out. And I just felt, I was like, oh no. No, I'm like the annoying guy. But she couldn't find it either, so it wasn't me. It actually wasn't in there. So it's funny. So he said to so the guy said, order a chicken cheesesteak, and then just tell me the order number right after, and I'll make sure to put, beef instead of chicken. I said, cool, got it. So I submitted the order. It prints you out a ticket, and I told the guy, I'm like, okay, 882 or whatever. And then he's like, got it, I see it. So I continued to grab like a couple more things from Wawa, like some chips or whatever. And then what you do is you go up and pay, and then you can go pick up your food. And I went over there and I said, hey, yeah, I think that's my cheesesteak. And he's like, oh no. He's like, dude, I did the chicken cheesesteak. I totally forgot. And I was laughing because I was like, just thinking, it's so funny how quickly our minds can forget if we're like wrapped up in different things. Within 30 seconds, you can totally forget the thing that you were doing. So, excuse me. So, he was like, all right, I'll make you another one. And part of me, guys, I took the low road on this one. Part of me wanted to be like, no, don't worry about it. I'll just eat the chicken one. But I really, really wanted the Philly cheesesteak. And so I kind of was like, all right, well, let's let him make it. And then I think he like grabbed the sandwich like he was gonna throw it away. And I said, whoa, but dude, if you're gonna throw it away, just give it to me. Like, I'll take it. Don't worry about it. And he's like, oh, for sure, and gave it to me. And he's like, but I'm gonna make you the cheesesteak. And I said, all right. So I ate the cheesesteak yesterday, and then I saved the chicken Philly for today. I was like, cool, man. Hey, sometimes in life you just get a gift, and I had to take it. I always do that when I go. Well, not always, but like, I went to Starbucks recently, and the lady in front of me got her drink. She had like multiple drinks, and she was saying that it was wrong. It was like a really complex drink, 4 pumps this, 2 pumps that, whatever. So, and she was kind of upset. She was like, oh, this isn't the right drink, whatever. And it was a busy day, like everyone was waiting and stuff, so I think she was annoyed. And then the poor girl behind the counter, you could tell, she was working her butt off. She was kind of like, all right. But, she, like, respectfully, like, I'm like, dude, this girl's working hard. So, she was about to throw it away. I went up to her and I was like, hey, if you're gonna throw that drink away, can I just take it? Like, I hate to see it go to waste. And she was like, yeah, for sure. So, moments like that, always ask, because, like, this works at bars too. If they're gonna throw it away, you might as well give it to somebody. I mean, there's starving people out there, so. Sometimes I will buy things at the store and I'll buy more of it, not realizing that I still have some left over. You know, I'll buy more cheese or whatever and there's still a couple slices. But usually it's either like bread or vegetables, like salad. And then, you know, the salad will go bad. You know, and then it's like, you know, it's like, you can't eat it now. And it feels so wasteful to throw it away. I hate that. Something I need to work on. Guys, if you live near Wawa, you gotta get yourself a freaking Wawa sub. These are good. The bread is really good. And they toasted it. And it's just like, not to put them on blast, but this is so much better than Subway. It's not quite a pub sub, but it is better than Subway. Pub subs are good. If you have Publix near you, I'm not sure where Publix are. I know it's on the East Coast, but I'm not sure how far out they extend. Thankfully, this sandwich is not as messy as I thought it would be. I got all these veggies on it. I'm like, it's kind of a weird combination. It's like lettuce, tomato, onion, but then I put like green peppers or something, or some sort of like spicy peppers, which isn't bad, but it kind of adds an interesting flavor. Gotta get those veggies in. I apologize for the lack of chips or anything. I bought chips yesterday, but I ate them. And I will never eat these chips again. I got spicy Doritos, and they were spicy nacho Doritos, and they were really good. Don't get me wrong, they were good. But, I don't know, the red is so, like, it is like a deep, vibrant red, and I'm like, there is no color in nature that looks like these chips. I'm like, this is so artificial. They must use like several artificial colors to get that color. It is this bright, like glowing red, and my fingers, I don't know if you can see this, my fingers are still like red from these chips. It's so weird. Like, I can't get it off. That's not a good sign. That means it's probably like, it probably coats your body, like your stomach is really red, you know. Although I think stomachs are already red, I would think. What if it wasn't? What if your stomach was like green or blue? It'd be kind of weird. I'm filling up, guys, as I'm slowing down a little bit here. saying what happened in Nashville with those tornadoes. I just actually came across that on TikTok. Just some videos of those tornadoes. I honestly thought it was fake at first. Like, that looked like a horror movie. So, sending thoughts and prayers and best wishes to everyone in Tennessee or in the surrounding areas, anyone who felt the impact of that. Man, that was a crazy video. That was just like things flying everywhere. I mean, it looked like the scene from it was like Wizard of Oz, or just like, dude, it didn't look real. So, really hope everybody is okay. I think some people died. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked too much into it, but boy, that's crazy stuff. People talk about earthquakes in California. They talk about hurricanes in Florida. They talk about blizzards in the Northeast. But I feel like that the stuff in the Midwest and the South doesn't get as much attention. Like those tornadoes and stuff are just really, in my opinion, the worst out of all of them. Because those are, I don't know. I mean, they're all bad, obviously. A bad hurricane, a bad earthquake. I mean, these are all going to cause damage. So it's, hopefully you live in a home that can withstand those winds and stuff, because I know a lot of people, not everyone has that. Some people, they live maybe in a mobile home or something, and that those tornadoes are going to take it away. So hoping the best for everyone. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in my last video. Maybe I did. I'm not sure if it even happened yet. But that Shohei Ohtani deal to the Dodgers, 10 years, $700 million. Oh my God. That is crazy. $70 million a year. And apparently they did some witchcraft and deferred most of the money until the end of the contract, which I don't know what that is or how they did that, but apparently the books show that he's making $2 million a year, and then they're backloading the contract. It's really weird. I've never heard of anything like that, and I think that there were some Major League Baseball lawyers that were looking into it, making sure it was legal. Apparently it is. So, I mean, good for the Dodgers. I'm a Giants fan, so I'm the Dodgers annoy the heck out of me because they just have unlimited money. They can just buy any player. And LA is a very desirable place to go to in sports. It's the weather's good. It's LA. It's glamorous. There's beautiful people. There's a lot of attention. It doesn't snow like New York. I mean, it's not hot as heck like Miami and stuff like that. So it's but of course it's expensive. The taxes are very high. But I think when you're making $70 million a year or even $20 million a year, you're not going to feel the impact of the taxes and stuff as much as maybe someone who's more middle to lower middle class, who's kind of paycheck to paycheck, But these guys are making a crazy amount of money, and rightfully so. They're bringing a lot of money to their team, and I love watching sports. So to me, I like them to be able to put a good product out there. But as a Giants fan, San Francisco's a great place to be, but it can't compete with LA and New York and those places as far as being desirable to move to, because it's just a little bit different, I think. But yeah, LA and New York, you can't beat those places for pro athletes. If you want with San Francisco in football. I mean, the Niners have picked up a lot of really good players this year, over the past few years, really. So they're having no issue with that. They have a beautiful stadium. And they're a very good team. It's a good organization. People want to be there. So, rooting for my boys in the red and gold, and rooting for the Giants. The Giants just signed a Korean player from like the Korean leagues. I don't know his name off the top of my head, and I don't want to butcher it. But apparently he's a superstar over there. They signed him to like a 6-year, $150 million contract. So, and I saw some highlights. This kid can hit, and he's like 25. So, I'm actually really excited about that. Is that enough to compete with the Dodgers, who have like 6 or 7 stars? Probably not. But you know, the Giants did win 3 World Series in 5 years, from 2010 to 2014. And they never had the best hitters. They did it dirty, you know, with defense, with pitching. You know, they got their hands dirty and you know, did the manual labor. You know, it's not glamorous, but you know, they won 3 out of 5 years, which is crazy. So honestly, for me, if the Giants never win again, I'm like, I got to see 3 in 5 years. That's 99% of sports fans can't say that. And that was a fun time to be a Giants fan. The stadium was packed every game. They sold out every game. And the location of the Giants stadium is awesome. It's right by the bay. Like in right field, you have the whole bay. You get the breeze, so it's freezing at night. But it is like a big open stadium with the bay, and they have really good seafood. And there's like a bunch of nice bars and restaurants and stuff outside the stadium. So it's just, and after the game, you could go hang out, and then you can take the train like right to the stadium and then take it out from the stadium out. It is like the best. Nothing beats Giant Stadium, in my opinion. It's Oracle Park. I think it's the best ballpark in baseball, but honestly, I've only been to a handful of parks, so I haven't seen a lot of them in person. One more bite, guys. So good. Guys, I'm stuffed. I'm so sorry about that. I just kicked the desk. I'm stuffed. I'm happy. I'm ready to take on the world. So, I appreciate you guys joining me for lunch. I hope everyone is, you know, gets some PTO and takes some time off soon for the holidays. And, you know, hope everyone is ramping up and getting ready for that. Don't wait until the last day to do your shopping. Just don't, because I do it every year. I say I'm gonna shop a month before, and then every year, 1-2 days before Christmas, I'm at the mall, and there's freaking million people there, and I'm like, oh, I hate my life. And so I went to Black Friday at the mall this year, and I was like, dude, I couldn't even find parking. I had to like park blocks away. Anyway, happy holidays to everybody. I'm gonna see you